On the Transpacific, same thing in terms of early start to peak season, and there was anticipation that we'd start to see an early cooling as well. But even though rates on Asia, Europe, and Trans-Pacific had kind of moved in tandem since late May, in recent weeks, those rates have diverged. So starting with the East Coast rates hit a high of $9,000 per FEU in June, when basically all these lanes had hit their peak season peaks, but rates have kind of stayed there since then. And just this week, they've started to trend up to about $9,400 per FEU. West Coast prices reached a peak in July, have fallen about $1,500 since then. It was a high of $7,600, had fallen back to about $6,000 per FEU. And that seemed to indicate that demand was easing, early start to peak season, early end. But rates have now climbed about $1,300 since the start of August, back to $7,400. So just $200 short of that earlier peak. Now, it might be that actually that decrease in rates was a function of an increase in capacity as opposed to easing demand. So carriers, because rates were so high, had started injecting capacity, adding extra loaders to the lane to capture some of those elevated rates and service the demand there. And that might have caused that decrease in demand. Now we might be seeing capacity, being adjusted a little bit and prices are going back up. But either way, it seems that demand is still there. So even if demand peaked in July, it seems that demand is still significant on these lanes. And this has been surprising to a lot of observers, including me. I thought that the early start would mean an early end. National Retail Federation had kind of projected that early in the summer, that July was going to be the big peak and then a pretty sharp drop August and September.